Hey guys, it's Scotty. Wanted to give kind of an update here since the last update. Obviously, some pretty significant changes to the Queen AI. I wish I could say they were for the better. Or as far as her wandering and shooting walls, mostly shooting walls. Now the problem is she wanders sometimes inexplicably far, sometimes regardless of the jump spell. Does not seem to matter. Really, if there's a wall in the way now, she goes totally opposite and tries to avoid it at all costs. Um, I'm still trying to use this army, definitely not as much success and more frustrating since the update. I think I've kind of come across a happy medium where I feel relatively confident in getting DE in these raids. The biggest change, obviously, since my last video is the removal of the ability to zap, which obviously upsets people and causes a lot of crankiness, general upset nature. But for better or for worse, it's gone. Pretty much makes raiding core DE Town Hall 10s with Inferno Towers all but impossible, which is great because, Town Hall 9, it's already so easy and you have such a big advantage, and, just kidding. But anyway, so beyond losing the zaps, when I'm cooking this army now, what I'm usually doing is just totally skipping wall breakers. The wall breaker AI was updated and then reverted, so I guess it's better than it was, but it's still, to me, if you're taking along 8 wall breakers, 10 wall breakers every time, you're increasing the time this army has to cook, reducing the efficiency, and at some point you might as well just start barching or going back to Lunyan or whatever. But so what I've done now is I pretty much just take 40 minions, no wall breakers whatsoever, and sometimes you get extra minions, and I'm really OCD and don't like when my camps get off. But so generally now I'll take the 10 healers still and 40 minions for spells. Since the new Dark Spell Factory, the poison I think is probably the best part of this update. Awesome, awesome, awesome for killing low, high troop count, low HP clan castle troops. Bringing along one poison totally pretty much removes the ability or the need to take a lightning whatsoever, except unless you run across a drill, high capacity drill Town Hall 10. You can still zap drills, and I will zap drills if they are full, because they're usually on a Town Hall 10 and I can't get the rest of it. So that's me. You don't have to do it, and I'm not saying that you should. But this is kind of what I run for spells now. I at least take one jump, a heal just in case the queen gets in trouble, a zap in case you get a tough CC, but that's really rare, to be honest. If the poison can't kill it, the zap isn't going to kill it. And actually, even the level 1 poison spell, 270 damage, that's enough to kill a max wizard. The key is getting it down on top of them the entire time. You pretty much have to keep a max wizard in the poison spell the whole time, but it will die, and it helps a ton. So I'm going to try to finish an army here and do a quick raid. I've had some pretty good luck. It's still frustrating. You'll have times where your queen will wander around really bad and really upset you, but I think this was one where that happened. You can kind of see my idea here. I want to drop the minions only on the left and right now. You need to clear out a lot more than you think. It's just amazing how far she'll go, and I should have known here. You can see the the elixir, and then the gold and the archer leading around from bottom left to bottom right, and it was just, you're asking for it here. So you can see what happens. Queen just strolls around, takes her time, totally avoiding the dark elixir, and now when she wanders, it is more likely to put your troops or your healers in trouble, using the jump, this is a good example. I use this jump way too late. You need to have the jump down before the queen kills the building that she's standing on. If you drop it late, she'll just keep going, and sometimes she'll just keep going anyway, but what are you going to do? So the key with this is just using that jump a little bit earlier than you think. Once she's inside, she's more likely to shoot walls, it seems like, but generally the jump is kind of the lifesaver here, better than using wall breakers. Anyway, I'm going to gem my queen awake. I do this way too much, but I want to see if I can get an example raid in here. And just in case we need that, we'll take one of those. The important thing here, I almost forgot, pre-cooking your army so you don't come out to a messed up camp. So I usually leave with 4. They'll cook down to 2, because hopefully you only need 8 unless you get in some serious trouble. But I hear silver still alright. I've done pretty good in gold. I'm still getting a lot of dark elixir. But alright, so here's a decent base. Now you can see the buildings along the bottom, everything is just spread so that the queen will more than likely wander like a jerk. If you see here though, you see this little space where the queen probably will go in, so I'm going to take advantage of that only on this side. And looking for royals, don't see it. Yeah, queen's down, king's down. I'll usually attack opposite queen if I can at all too, so I still lead with the queen. I don't even bother most of the time. I just drop the 8 healers. They cook so fast on boost. It's better to use them and not lose your queen than to try to save a couple and then have to gem your queen awake or wait out that cooldown, which is absolutely ridiculously long. Queen 30 cooldown is 88 minutes, hour and a half in a 4-hour boost. So do the math there. If you're not willing to gem her awake, you pretty much waste half your boost. So I am not, overall, I'm not really a big fan of the update. There's some good. I think there's a lot more bad. Here's a good example too. So the poison spell, perfect CC. I mean, these archers just get screwed. They all die. And the key too is it slows things down. This has helped save me versus loon clan castles. Loons can be the worst. Loons pack up and the queen doesn't shoot them until they're on top of her, even if you use her ability. A couple loons and she's just dead. Pretty much no matter what you do. So here's a great example. She could have shot walls, but she decides to wander. I'm going to try to get her in with a jump. I'm going to try to do it here before she kills that archer tower. See, and I got it down early enough, so hopefully she'll keep going in. But nothing is guaranteed with her anymore. Honestly, it was frustrating and unpredictable before, but at least her AI, you knew that she was probably going to shoot walls, and for this, it was kind of nice. She shot walls in. In Clan War, it was terrible, but I don't know what's worse, having your queen wander and stay outside the base the entire raid in Clan War, or having her just shoot walls, at least sort of going the way you want her to go. I mean, it seems Supercell just went from one extreme to the other. It feels like the queen is now pretty much a P.E.K.K.A. If you don't clear half the entire outside of the base, she will wander, and she will screw you over, and you will get annoyed. So, now that I got Queen 30, I was all happy, and she's still good. She still has a lot of power, and for the most part, you can see. I mean, you can still do this raid. It still works. And the nice thing is the reduction in cook times for spells really helps here too, because you can always have a jump spell, even if you just carry one. If your spell factory is on boost, you're cooking 8 healers, that's 30 minutes. The jump spell is now 30 minutes. I always usually have jump spells queued up. Never bad to have too many jump spells anymore. So not much left. I've made the mistake where I try to keep going after this point and get more resources. I have lost my queen so many times doing that, just really for no reason. So you can see this still works. It's definitely not as awesome as when you could zap and upset people, but overall, it works. works. So anyway, hope this update helps. I'll probably try to do a few more on some other farming strategies, but anyway, good luck, get those heroes up, get that dark elixir. Take it easy, guys.